So today's a really good day just because we had a brand new kit that was just released yesterday called Decor To The Max, and I've been really curious about this one in particular because we've known about it for a while based off of like Twitter, screenshots, and trailers, and I've been really curious about this one just because it has a very Art Deco vibe to it, at least for me it does, but also I can really see myself utilizing like Get Famous, Vintage Glamour, Paranormal, and Luxury Party Pack with this kit. So it's called Decor To The Max Kit. Elevate any basic living room to instantly inspirational and expressive eclectic pieces of the Sims 4 Decor To The Max. Bold, bright decor takes center stage in this collection, making it easy to lean into maximalist style or design principles with a little bit of everything. But then it says combine elements featuring Renaissancing, big word, and abstract modern aesthetics with a plethora of prints, shapes, and colors. Delve into self-expression by getting surreal with glided pastel tones, geometric patterns, and intimate textures. But I think with the wallpaper, we have 3 new wallpapers with this kit. Geo and Logic, Tiger Stalks Tonight, and Birds and Flower in Hand. That's interesting. But I like the patterns of like the Geo and Logic wallpaper because something about it, it just looks so good. I kind of like this whole pastel vibe of it too. Now this is like more of like a rich style wallpaper that I could really get behind. I probably wouldn't use it every day, but I do like the idea of this wallpaper though. We got an all black and white one, even a yellow one. You know, honestly, I think the Sims are flirting with me today. The Sims are flirting with me every day when it comes to adding more swatches in the game that are yellow. And so if you can't tell, I love yellow so much that I'm just wearing yellow on top of yellow on top of yellow on top of yellow. So it's like literally my style. It's what I live for every day. Like if I could use this IRL, I would. Something about all these wallpapers are really capturing my style. And like you could even make an accent wall of like just this wallpaper right here and like have the other walls like just be straight up white if you wanted to. Mix and match your style around to make it work best for you. Ooh, okay, I really love that green and this red. Okay, the quality of these wallpapers are really good. Even the tiger ones too. I would probably use the one that has like that orangey tiger, like this one right here. I would probably use this way more just because tigers are like orange and black stripes, but I kind of like that. And then this one has like flowers and birds on it. So this is like more of a floral pattern that I probably wouldn't use a lot, but I do like the variety of colors that it comes with. So like this one's really cool. Even like the yellow ones do look really nice, but in my humble opinion, as a yellow expert here, on the timeline of YouTube, probably wouldn't use some of the yellow swatches when it comes to certain patterns just because it's too busy. It hurts my eyes when I look at it at certain patterns. So when it's too much going on the wall or in the background, it just makes me like, no. We also have some flooring too that are just straight up tile. And we have fancy craze and maze and then triangulate. This screams very 80s to me. Like the turquoise blue and pink, very 80s style. I can get behind that. I kind of want to make an 80s styles room now just because of this, but I do kind of like the idea of the flooring. Like I even like this color too. Like this color right here is really nice. Ooh, that solid green mint color. This color right here. Even like the yellow looks really, really good. But why in the world does this work? Like this wallpaper and this flooring, of course it matches, but it works so well. Like if I rotate it, it could work really best in our favor, besties. Honestly, not gonna lie, I actually kind of like this wallpaper and the flooring combo. The combination looks really good, but then this one is like very trippy. I probably wouldn't use it a lot just because like it's a little bit too much on the eyes. However, if you didn't like this flooring right here, you could press Control F or Command F on your keyboard. If you're on PC, I think it's Command F, but if you're on Mac, it might be Command F. Either way, either one, basically you get like the whole like triangular quarter tile bit here. And if you want like an all solid blue flooring, you could do what I'm doing right now and kind of capture the same look with using this flooring in particular. Cause like you have like this all white or like all blue with a little white line in the middle. So it kind of looks good in a sense, but that's kind of pretty much all we got with the flooring and the wallpaper. But again, I probably wouldn't use it a lot. Like this flooring right here would probably work best like in a bathroom or like a kitchen. Like these are tile floors. So it would work best in a kitchen or a bathroom, maybe even a living room if you want to feel fancy that day, or use it as like an accent rug. Like this could work really well with the rug. Now, when it comes to the objects for this kit, I would have to say I probably wouldn't use them all the time just because it's a very different, aesthetic and vibe that I normally wouldn't go towards, but I'm willing to branch out and really try my best to make it work with utilizing other packs like Get Famous or Vintage Glamour or Paranormal for a fact. But the quality of the objects over the past couple of years, The Sims 4, have definitely changed drastically and dramatically. Probably the same, terminology or whatever. But I would have to say that the objects of The Sims 4 have really changed a lot, like for the best, because the quality of them have really been changing a lot, and I do like the idea of them. And so personally, I would use certain swatches every once in a blue moon, or I'll like size one object down, make it like a little accent chair or something. But I do have to say I really do like these armchairs, like especially like the couch too. Like something that we've always been lacking a lot in The Sims 4 is like variety of patterns when it comes to couches. And I think this is like a really good, like, almost an option, like a really good example. Like the floral pattern on this, like especially like the design on each and every like individual piece, like the cushion, the cushion, like the little lines in between the cushions look really, really cool. And you know what's so interesting about this is that I've been making custom content by myself, like just learning just to see how it works and what people do a lot on the day-to-day basis. And it's so interesting to see objects in different swatches and different styles and shapes and all the above. And so seeing this is really getting me inspired to delve into that even more. But next we have this bold, indulgent hallway table. Now, I think I've seen this hallway table before, like somewhere on Pinterest or like some TV show on Netflix or Fixer Upper or whatever it might have been. I've seen this before and I don't remember where, but I like the idea of this. Like even the colors on it too look really nice. Like this brown and black looks so good. Even like the shininess of it too is really, really good. Yeah, even like alongside with the little end table here too. Even the swatches and the tint of the glass is really nice. I like the idea that they gave us different patterns on like the middle part of it too, even the changing the tint to match like the overall like piece of it. So it works and it looks good, but I can see myself using this coffee table a lot just because I do definitely need to like expand my horizons when it comes to coffee tables in living rooms or offices, or even like at the edge of the bed and utilizing it that way. But the next thing that we got that I was very curious about was this painting right here, or like this collage of paintings, because I saw these plants and I thought to myself, are these separate or are they together? And someone told me that these were together, so I'm like, okay, I'm sad, but I'm like also not mad, and I wasn't expecting much out of it either, because usually 9 times out of 10 we'll get like a combined item with a bunch of stuff like plants and other paintings, and we also have like mirrors too. Like this mirror in particular I do like because they're different and they're different sizes and shapes and all not straight, and they're all weird and crazy, and that's kind of good. Another thing that I was so interested in was this big giant peacock statue that I would never use. Maybe once in a blue moon I would probably use like as like an outside statue or an inside statue for a living room or a basement. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of big statues like this before. Again, it's a very bold statement for a home, but then I also like the geometric giraffes, and it's so cute. Like the whole like blocky and pointy and bulky style of the giraffe in its bay is so cute and adorable. Of an orange, like a gold, and more of like a muted pink and gray and green. I can really see myself utilizing some of these objects for my Not So Berry challenge, because I'm going to be on generation 10 of the Not So Berry, and that's the blue gen, and there's some blues in here that could really work with blue gen. Now this one, they said rugs, so I'm assuming that this has more than one swatch, of course. Like I think that this swatch in general is very nice. It works well with the wallpaper, of course, but then there's other swatches, like a swirly one, and then this one works best with the flower and trees wallpaper, the birds and flowers wallpaper, because it matches. Because if I filter by Paranormal Stuff Pack, which was the last stuff pack we got in The Sims 4, and if I filter by it, it does have like a similar style to it. However, this one's smaller, but this one's bigger. But I kind of see the style between the two are pretty much the same. So it can work really, really well in your home, especially like the little hallway table, like this one right here, amongst this one right here, literally match. Paranormal and this kit work so well together, based on the style and like the swatches. You can combine them together and make them work. Like even like the end tables and the, you know, the side tables, even like the coffee tables and the couches and the armchairs could really work with paranormal with this kit. So you have a lot of variety when it comes to style. But another thing that really caught my eye in this kit was the wainscoting, and let me tell you, the wainscoting looks so good. I have to say, this wainscoting looks really, really nice. Like based on like how you built your houses in The Sims 4, whether it's like short wall height or like even medium wall height or tall wall height, it could really work with any style, especially if you put it on the outside of your home. It gives that outside exterior more of a 3D look and gives it depth. And so the style of it looks really good. Even if you change like the colors of them too with the frame, it works with any style. Like if you wanted a black wainscoting or like a more of a gray or a pink or even yellow wainscoting. I mean, yellow is a great color. You could really go with it however you so please. But if you want more of like a muted gold color, you could go with that. But I'm going to stick with yellow for today. But if you end up using like a window on the inside or outside, like for example, if you use like the base game window right here in any style of a home, you could have your home on the inside looking really fancy with that wainscoting because of the border around it. Like it's strapping it on the inside and the outside, and it looks so cool. But the thing that was so trippy about this kit was this circle of infinity, and it was so trippy. I thought it was a mirror. I thought it was a sculpture. I probably wouldn't use this a lot just because how trippy it is and just looks very confusing, but I like the framing around it though. It does look very nice. It's very muted though. Very, very muted when it comes to the colors. Like I felt this was going to be a little bit more shiny or like more golded, but it's more of a muted gold. I mean, if you put it on the outside, you got the gold color that you need, but still very, very trippy. But then we have this luxurious divider that really could work well with like a bedroom or a wedding scene. Like the all like the what's it called? The framing, but this middle part, like these parts right here, look nice. I don't know what the terminology of interior design is. I just know what I like and I go with it. But I realize that I see like some floral patterns in between. So it looks like one's without and then one's with. Oh, okay. I can get behind that. It's very transparent, so you can hardly see it, but I do like the subtleness of it. And I think it has like birds in it too. So if you use like the birds and flowers wallpaper or like the flooring or whatever, or the rug, you could probably use this in that room and it could work well. And then we also have like this gigantic lamp that I was just like, what am I going to do with it? But then I thought to myself, size it down and then you're pretty much good. This is basically like a reading lamp in a sense. Like if you put this lamp size down by one notch in the middle of a chair with a bookshelf, you could be doing some wonders with it. But the original size is a little bit too big for my liking just because how big it is. So of course it would be put in like a small corner of a home, like up here, could definitely work well. And then we have the explosion of light fixture. Interesting. Very bold, very pointy, very bright, which is good. But I do have to say the swatches behind all of them are really good. I mean, personally, I probably wouldn't use it a lot, but I can see myself building more mansions with a very eclectic maximalist style. And that's kind of like the style of it. They called it a maximalist style. Maximus Dream Sofa. I think there was a styled room that came with this kit and it was called the Max Lux. And I'm going to put all these rooms down just because I think that way we can really see the full vibe of this kit when it's all put together into one room. And using the wainscoting like this against the wall really captures the accent wall and makes it bold and 3D and gives it depth. And so I kind of like that. So it looks really good. I mean, I like the whole like idea of the coffee table with the giraffes and the light fixtures, even like the collage of photography, and it's just so nice. But either way, as always, a kit is a kit, and personally, I don't see myself using it all the time, but I do see myself using some objects here and there with other packs like Get Famous or Vintage Glamour or even Paranormal, matter of fact, so that kind of works in my favor. But I would probably rate this kit an 8 out of 10 because of what it has to offer with other packs and just what I see myself using every once in a while. But let me know all your thoughts and opinions about this kit. Are you going to get it? Are you not going to get it? Are you going to wait for a sale or whatever? But as always, at the end of the day, a kit is a kit. But like I said, I hope you all enjoyed it and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!